What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Alex back here again. I've been watching the NBA Summer League, and let me tell y'all, it's pretty good. NBA Summer League is pretty good this year. I'm seeing teams going to overtime, double overtime. The NBA Summer League is lit this year. But I just want to talk about Ben Simmons and Brandon Ingram. Like, I just want to talk about who's better between Brandon Ingram and Ben Simmons. And in my opinion, I say Ben Simmons is better than Brandon Ingram. And I know what y'all thinking. Oh my God, you saying Brandon Ingram is ass? You saying he can't shoot? You saying he can't defend? I ain't say all that. Brandon Ingram is good, but I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion about why Ben Simmons is better than Brandon Ingram. Here's why. First things first. I know he's not LeBron James. I know Ben Simmons is not LeBron James. But he's been compared to LeBron James because his play style. He just don't focus on one thing on the court. He just don't focus on one or two. He focuses on everything. I mean, defense, rebounds, scoring, blocks, all that. He's like pretty much like an all around player. Ben Simmons, I can pretty much say he's more all round than Brandon Ingram. And I will get to Brandon Ingram later, but Ben Simmons, the reason why he's being compared to LeBron because Ben Simmons just don't focus on one thing. He focuses like a lot of things. He could rebound. He's a good damn passer. Okay, I'm gonna say this. He's a damn good passer for a guy that's 6'10", that can pass the ball like a point guard. That's impressive. Now we haven't seen that. No, actually, no. We've seen that because you have guys like other than LeBron James. I mean, we've seen guys like Draymond Green. He could pass the ball. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He could pass the ball a little bit for a point forward. But like I said, LeBron James has been the best point forward in the NBA. You have guys like Draymond Green. You can say some Blake. Blake Griffin got a little passing here and there. You can say guys onto the Kempo. He has some good passing here and there. But LeBron James has always been the best point forward. But Ben Simmons, dude, Ben Simmons can pass. He could pass. LeBron 6'8". Ben Simmons 6'10", and he's passing like that. And he's doing beyond the back passes, flashy passes. I'm like, dang, Ben Simmons, like I said, he could pass. And he could defend. He could, get rebounds. He could drop the basket, draw some fouls. He's really good. He's really good. Now, the only thing he lacks in is his jump shooting. Everybody keeps saying, oh, Ben Simmons, he's not going to be good. He's not going to make it to the NBA because he doesn't have a good jump shooting. He's not really a shooter. Okay. I disagree with that because I can name a lot of players that's not really a good jump shooter. I'm not going to name that many players, but I'm going to say guys like Rajon Rondo. He can't shoot to save his life. All right? I mean, he can shoot, but he's not a good jump shooter. Right? His free throws is worse than his jump shooting, which is bad. But Rondo, he could change the game. He could impact the floor. He could pass the ball a lot. He could get rebounds, play defense, get steals. I mean, I remember there was a time when he was playing for the Boston Celtics with Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen, those guys, and Paul Pierce. There was a time that Rondo, I don't know how many points he had, but I think he had at least 4 or 6 points, but he had at least 15 rebounds and 12 assists and couple blocks, couple steals. I mean, Rondo doesn't have to focus on points. And even though he's not a good jump shooter, Rondo can impact the game. He doesn't have to focus on jump shooting. He can have 2 points, but have at least 18 assists, 20 rebounds. I mean, come on, that's impressive. I mean, even guys like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson wasn't a good jump shooter, but years went on, he developed, he got better. And Magic Johnson, knowing him, he's a great passer. He could drive the basket. He could post up. He could play some good defense. He had that, that sky hook jumper. He was, Magic Johnson was really good. And he wasn't really a good jump shooter. So when you look at Ben Simmons, okay, Ben Simmons, he's not a good jump shooter, but he's going to develop. Like, people putting too much pressure on the kid. Like, Ben Simmons is going to develop, okay? Ben Simmons is he's very talented because he can pretty much do everything. That's why people comparing him to LeBron. I'm not saying he is the next LeBron. I'm not going to say all that. But people compare him to LeBron because Ben Simmons could just do more than just one thing. You know, he could pass, he could defend, he could get blocks, he's a good passer, he's a good floor general. He's like he could play the point forward. You know, he's really good at it. That's why a lot of people is comparing him to LeBron James. And I really think Ben Simmons, somewhere in the future, he's gonna be an all-star. Ben Simmons is gonna be an all-star. That's all I gotta say. But for Brandon Ingram is great. I like Brandon Ingram. He's really good, great shooter, great defender. He's really good. I see him being an all-star game. I see him being see him being in a couple all-star games a lot. He's really good. The man is like 6'9". He's 6'9", very tall, very lanky, and people compare him to Kevin Durant because Durant coming out of I think he came out of college. Yeah, he came out of college, but whatever. Anyway, but but like I said, Kevin Durant, when he was coming to the NBA, he was tall, very lanky. He could shoot. He was kind of suspect with his defense, but he got better. Like I said, he got better. Durant got better for defender. He has gotten better. Brandon Ingram, come out of college. Oh yeah, now you think Kevin Durant, he played for what that college called? Texan? Yeah. Now I remember now. He played for Texan. But like I said, Brandon Ingram, he coming out of college, he's very lanky, very tall, can shoot, he can defend. The only problem, he needs to put some meat on his weight. Like, he needs some meat. Like, he needs some chicken. Like, he needs something, okay? Brandon Ingram needs something because Brandon Ingram is not going to survive in the NBA. Because I remember, I think during the draft, they said he was like, 195 and stuff like that. And that ain't going to work when you're in the NBA. You're too tall. You are too tall to weigh 195. That's a point guard status right there, man. You need to build some muscle. Like, he need to eat some meat or something. Because Brandon Ingram, he's not going to survive when you're going against LeBron and Melo and Draymond Green and Blake Griffin and all these other big names. When he's going these big guys, these big guys, he needs to put some weight up. He needs to put his weight up. He needs to weigh like at least 220 or maybe 210 or something. He needs to put his weight up. But other than that, Brandon Ingram, he's a great scorer. He's a great scorer. I think he's going to be a good scorer somewhere in the future. He's a great defender, but I still think Ben Simmons is better than him because Ben Simmons is more like an all-around player than Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram, he's more like a shooter and a great defender, which is pretty good. Some people start out as a great shooter, but not a great defender. See what I'm saying? Some people start out as a great defender, but not a great shooter. Ben Simmons start off as a great all-around, but he's not really good at his jump shooting. But he's going to develop. I know Ben Simmons is going to develop his jump shooting. And I see him, he made some couple shots. He has that little weird form, but hey, he's going to get better. He's only a rookie. He's just a kid. He's going to get better eventually in the NBA. He's going to make it to the NBA. If he could work, all he has to do is just focus on the mid-range. If he could just focus on the mid-range, that could be his bread and butter right there. That could be his bread and butter. And then somewhere in the future, if you want to work on his three-point shots, then hey, what the hell? Shoot the three. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, Ben Simmons, he has nothing to worry about because, he's just a rookie. He's going to develop. He's going to get better. Like, just like how Anthony Davis, when he came to the NBA, I think this was 2012, I always thought Anthony Davis was overrated. I said it. I always thought Anthony Davis was so overrated. Because people was hyping him like he's good, but he wasn't really that good. Until next season, or the year after that. I think, what year was that? I think 2014. I believe 2014. That's when he started to get better and better. And then last year, he just took the NBA by storm. I mean, he was getting points after points, getting blocks after blocks, getting rebounds after rebounds. Anthony Davis was in he was in an MVP conversation last year. He was in an MVP conversation last season. So, Anthony Davis, but the thing is, Anthony Davis, why? Why he got better? Because he developed. And he was a rookie. And I always thought, as a rookie, you're not gonna really get the best treatment. Well, then again, you got LeBron and Melo Wade, but those guys are different. But nowadays, when you see players getting drafted to the NBA, they start off really slow. And then the year or the next year after that, that's when they start playing at their pace. They start playing at their best. So Anthony Davis, I felt like when he first got drafted, he was okay. I'm not saying he wasn't good. He was just okay. But then I think 2 years later, he was balling for a little bit, and then last year he just snapped. He was in the MVP conversation, defensive player of the year. I mean, Anthony Davis was really good. Anthony Davis was really good. So with Ben Simmons, he's only a rookie. Him and Brandon Ingram is only a rookie. Ben Simmons is going to develop a jump shot. And if he doesn't develop a jump shot, oh well. But I still think Ben Simmons, he's still going to be an all-star. He's still going to be a good player. I think one day, he might just maybe if, LeBron retires and, everybody try to leave, I think Ben Simmons could take the NBA by storm. Who knows? Can't predict the future, but maybe he can. If LeBron retires and everybody else start leaving and stuff like that, maybe Ben Simmons probably take over the NBA. Who knows? But that's just my opinion. But like I said, I think Brandon Ingram is he's gonna be really good. He is gonna be really good. He's gonna be a good scorer. I see him, being in a conversation of scoring titles. I see he's gonna be a good scorer. I see him attempting a lot of All-Star games. He's a good scorer. He's a great defender. He's really good. But I'm picking Ben Simmons or Brandon Ingram because I think Ben Simmons is more like an all-around player. I think he focuses on not just one thing. He focuses on everything on the court, kind of similar to like LeBron James. While you have Brandon Ingram, it's just a scorer and a great defender, which is pretty good. For a rookie, he's a great scorer and a great defender. That's pretty good. It's kind of like Klay Thompson. He was a great scorer and a great defender. So I still think, Brandon Ingram is going to be really good. But no, Brandon Ingram is good now. He's good now, but he's going to get better. Ben Simmons, he's going to get better. I believe Ben Simmons is going to get really good. But like I said, man, you don't need. Some people think, you don't have a jump shot. It's not going to make you good. Ben Simmons, he's going to develop, man. He's going to develop. Give him a couple years or two. He's going to develop. Davis was a good jump shooter. Davis was a really good jump shooter, but then he got better. You see what I'm saying? Like, he got better. Over the years, he gotten better. And then as he got better, he started shooting threes. Even though he was doing that since high school, but then as he got really tall, he wasn't really developing jump shots as much. But then after a while, he started, feel himself, and then he just started snapping at last season. So I still think Ben Simmons, he's going to be something special in the NBA. But like I said, this is your boy Alex, man. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Do you think Brandon Ingram is better than Ben Simmons, or do you think Ben Simmons is better than Brandon Ingram? Leave in the comment section down below. It's your boy Alex. Deuces.